Hello everyone, and welcome to another live Watchalong show on Football Talk Podcast. My name is Ozzie, and I'm your host for this evening. We are set to witness Chelsea versus PSG in the FIFA Club World Cup. They've just done the opening ceremony, so now we'll be waiting for the players to walk through onto the pitch in very American style. It's something you see in WWE or UFC. The funny thing is, no one's actually walking in character. I feel like someone should have made use of that by now. But hey, it is what it is. So the players are stepping onto the pitch. So in the meantime, what we can do is we can have a look at the lineup. So for Chelsea, you've got Sanchez in goal, and Chelsea will be playing a 4-3-3 formation today. On the left side, you've got Cucurella. On the right, you've got Gusto, and then you've got Cole and Chalobah. So no new names in terms of the backline there. In terms of the midfield three, you've got Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo, and Reece James, which is a strange selection, but let's see how that works out. And up top, you've got Pedro Neto on the left, Cole Palmer on the right, and then you've got João Pedro leading the line. Of course, scored a couple of goals in the previous fixture, so definitely a player in form and a player enjoying his early start of his Chelsea career. Now, in terms of PSG, now PSG lineup is Donnarumma in goal. They're also playing 4-3-3, so they've got Nuno Mendes on the left, Hakimi on the right, Marquinhos and Beraldo to complete the back line. In your midfield, you've got Fabian Ruiz, João Neves, and Vitinha being the deep playmaker in that midfield. And up top, you've got Kvaratskhelia, Desiree Doué on the right, and Osman Dembele down the middle. So very, very strong lineup there from PSG. Should be a good game. Both teams have been scoring a number of goals throughout the competition. So hopefully, this lives up to expectations and it feels like a competitive cup final, not pre-season vibe, not a Audi Cup that Spurs won all those years ago. Nothing to that nature. You'd want it to be a bit more competitive. So let's hope it's a spectacle and we actually enjoy it from a neutral point of view. So yeah, should be a good game. In terms of my prediction, I think PSG will win, and I'm not just saying because I don't want Chelsea to win. I think PSG have the stronger team. They've been in good form in this competition, and they've been in good form for the past 12 months now. So I think they will be the winners today. In terms of a predicted scoreline, I'm going to go for a 3-1 victory to PSG. So that is my prediction today. So let's see what happens. If you're watching live, feel free to drop a comment and let me know what you think the score prediction will be. And if you want to mention some goal scores as well, we'll make it even more entertaining. So yeah, not long to go. Let me put the scoreboard up before the match begins. Yeah, it should be a decent game. Big up to Oz and Kabak. We also said hope this is a good game. I'm hoping so as well, Oz and Kabak. If it's a ball fest, then yeah, it's going to be a struggle for me to stay awake due to the heat where I am right now. So let's see. Hopefully, we are entertained and it ends up being a good sort of closing of the tournament. I'll be honest with you, I'm not the biggest fan of this tournament. I'm not just got co-signing Jurgen Klopp for the sake of it. I just don't feel like it's added any value to anything. It hasn't even sort of elevated, the stadiums or the light on sort of football in America because, of course, the World Cup is taking place next year over there. So for me, it's not been a competitive competition. It's pretty much got preseason vibes to me. And there's been some good games, but we've also seen some games where, my God, there's been some awful finishing attempts to say the least. So it hasn't really lived up to, I think, what people expected. Of course, whoever wins today will be laughing because they'll probably take 100 M's to the bank, and that is literally the reward for participating in this tournament. So That's the only benefit for people being involved. But from a fan's point of view, it hasn't been a great watch, to be fair. I know a lot of football fans haven't even watched any games. They've watched one game and they got completely bored of it. So it hasn't really maintained the attention of the average football fan. So it is what it is. But we're here, we're watching it live, and let's see, what the game entails today. But then Kovacic, I mean, we'll probably see these two clubs play each other in the Champions League next season. You hope so, but maybe because it's on foreign turf and it's a different sort of atmosphere. The pitches we've spoken about previously aren't of the best conditions, so that could play a part as well. The crowd, I see there's a huge volume of people there, but I don't know what sort of atmosphere it will build, if that makes sense. So, um, if it has that European Champions League type sort of feel, then I think we're in for a treat. If not, then it'll definitely be preseason vibes. So let's see how it goes today. We've got Michael Buffer on the announcement right now, so yeah, definitely trying to make it a lively occasion. Kieran, pleasure to say hi. Big up, Kieran. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining us today. Slightly milking it with the introductions, aren't they? Match your started about 7 minutes ago. Don't know what's going on. I think "Let's Get Ready to Rumble" was the right strapline for this, because that's his catchphrase. Even a countdown for kickoff. Wow. There we go. Kickoff has begun now. The only surprise is, of course, seeing Lucas Peralta in the lineup. You would have expected Pacho to be, unless he's injured, maybe something I'm not aware. Chelsea on attack right now through João Pedro. He's looked very lively since joining the club. The last appearance he made against Women, he looked really, really good there. Some Liverpool fans are even thinking maybe we should have gone for him instead. So I think we'll be able to have that opinion once the window closes, so we know who we've signed. Because if we've signed someone that's below par or doesn't meet our expectations, then yeah, I think João Pedro could be one that we missed out on, unfortunately. He's on the ball as we speak. Tries a low cross block there by Vitinha. Kieran's going for a 3-1 PSG result as well, same like me. So yeah, big up Kieran. Pacho still suspended. Okay, that makes more sense now. Ozzy Clark says Benjamin Sesko to Liverpool is trending for some reason. Ozzy, I saw that. So the strap plan I saw, 'cause I didn't read the article, but I saw the strap plan which went along the lines of the agent of Benjamin Sesko has offered his clients services to Liverpool. So the agent's desperate to get a big commission, so he's trying to showcase his talent or showcase his client in terms of his talent to a potential buyer. Oh, I thought Jabba was on the verge of getting onto that ball there. He didn't. But yeah, I think that's what the current sort of trending rumor is right now. Um, that shows me that there is no interest from Liverpool, and the client is doing their best to try and get a deal done for Sesko. I think the club have priced him out of a move anyway. They wanted around 70, sorry, 90 million pounds. which is ridiculous. So at one point we thought it was about 70 million, but they for some reason increased their valuation, knowing that most of the interest was coming from the Premier League. So they thought, let's add a bit of inflation to it and try and get as much money as possible. And it's pretty much backfired now. No one's willing to spend that kind of money. Liverpool's still up in the air in terms of what striker we're going to. I think the dream is Isak. There has been a bit of rumblings that we could be, speaking to them soon. But I think it also depends on what happens with Darwin Nunes, what happens with Chiesa. Do these players stay or do they go? It remains to be seen. But I think for us, the target is Isak, and unfortunately, I had this inkling where I hope I'm wrong. If it's not Isak, I don't think we might even sign a striker. Um, Especially if we can't seem to get Darwin out of the door, which could be the case. I'd really hope there's another club that shows an interest to sign him, or we speak to Napoli and try and do a compromise because they were willing to offer around 50 million in terms of the total package. Um, but I think we had more sort of expectations possibly for it to be 50 plus add-on. So let's see what happens in terms of Darwin Nunes. Of course, with the passing of Jota, there's some sort of speculation that maybe some of the players that were, destined to leave or on the verge of leaving the club could remain. So the likes of Chiesa, maybe in Harvey Elliott. So those are two players where, things might change at the minute. But let's see what happens. But what I can say is from, the question you presented to Sesko, I don't think no one's gonna spend that kind of money on him, to be fair. I think if there was a project player that was high on everyone's sort of transfer list, it would be Ekitike. I think he has the highest ceiling, in my opinion. I think he's the better player currently, and I think he's the one that will appeal to a lot more teams in terms of what he brings to the table. So Sesko, I think the strongest sort of interest was coming from Arsenal, but it looks like they're on the set to sign Gyökeres from Sporting Lisbon. So they've finally identified a striker after a 2-year search, and it looks like the Swedish striker is the one that they'll be signing. So they're not going to sign another player for you know 80, 90 million, whatever the transfer fee is. Gustavo the cross blocked there by Beraldo. So that's not happening. And in terms of the Premier League, who would want to sign Sesko for that kind of money? There's not many teams. United would be the obvious choice there because of their history of spending recklessly. Chelsea, I guess, is another team, but they've got João Pedro. I feel like they found a very, very good addition to their squad. So who knows? But in terms of Sesko to Liverpool, I'll be very honest, if there's any sort of truth to the discussions or the interest, I would be a little bit disappointed if I'm being honest with you. I think he's not the player we need, if I'm being honest with you. I know we need a striker, but he's not the caliber of the striker that we need in my opinion. I don't think he's good enough. I think he's very raw. He won't be too much of an upgrade to Darwin Nunes, in my opinion. So if you like Darwin Nunes, then maybe Sesko will be your cup of tea, I guess. If you don't and you've been frustrated with him over the years, then it's a 2.0 scenario again. So for me, no, I wouldn't take a Sesko. I'd probably look at other options, but we'll see. The striker market, I'll be honest with you, is not the best. It's probably been the worst for a very long time. There's not many, you know, big strikers out there. A wild one would be someone like Ivan Toney getting back from Saudi, but would he leave Saudi to come back to the UK? If it was, it would be for Liverpool because he is a boyhood Red. Otherwise, I don't really know. Even looking at the strikers in the Premier League, there's not many that elevates our team. If I'm being honest, so let's see what happens. Hopefully, we can sign a proper striker, established striker that will hit the ground running as soon as they join the club. Um, Luis Diaz, his future's up in the air as well, which is a little bit frustrating. But Cole Palmer, oh, did he just miss? Wow. For some reason, I thought that hit the top bins. I saw the goal net wrestling. Let's have a look. What happened there? Oh, that was just inches wide. Honestly, I thought that should have been a goal. Not saying it was an easy chance, but the placement of the ball, the angle were perfect for Cole Palmer. Even he would look a bit surprised himself. Golden opportunity there for Chelsea to take the lead. They might, you know, regret that one. Let's see. Gusto the ball. Can't believe Reece James is playing midfield. It makes no sense to me, honestly. Trying to give him that Trent Alexander treatment where he's a deep playmaker. Long ball up top towards Hakimi. Back to John Neves. Swan Dembele. Vitinha. Nuno Mendes. Vasquelia. Up against Gusto. Excuse me. Only 10 minutes played. I'm still yawning, so I'll be fine. I'm not that tired. Vitinha. Chelsea trying to build up a move right now. Enzo, the aggressive tackle on João Neves. I'm sure João Neves will not forget about that one. He'll get his revenge at some point. Nuno Mendes. Both in a bit of clash there. Yeah, accidental from João Pedro, to be fair. Chelsea trying to build a quick counter attack. Enzo Fernandez. No, too negative. But he managed to get the ball. Still played it though. It's a bit tight in the middle of the park right now. Poor ball there from Hakimi, I think that was. Oh, low cross. Why didn't do a shoot there? Should have shot. Very unselfish from him. Exactly because it's Trump is sleeping. I'm not surprised, to be honest with you. Not surprised. Might be us in a little while, honestly, because it hasn't been that sort of competitive European talent we were talking about earlier on. So let's see. But typical Trump behavior, isn't it? Oh, what a cross! What a ball there from the keeper. Gusto with the cross finds Enzo. Enzo, good idea too for to try and think it over to João Pedro. Just too much on the execution. Well, I will say that I hope we get a winner before the end of the 90 minutes. There's no way this game goes to extra time and penalties. Ah, I'm dreading that already. So hopefully we do get a winner within the 90. I do expect PSG to score at some point. It's just I think one goal goes in, I think the rest will flow. So let's see. Geraldo with the ball. Nice pass to Nuno Mendes. Nuno Mendes. Kvaratskhelia. Good control there from Georgian. Ruiz. Back to Vitinha. Gusto hits it up top, but no one is in that area. Does it do it? Oh, great shot. Sanchez with the one-handed save there. Getting a bit more lively now, which is good to see. I should have better that shot. No real power. I feel like Sanchez made that look a bit too spectacular for what it really was. Just dramatic with that one-hand save. It's pretty much a routine save, wasn't it? Ball clearance save from Sanchez. Donnarumma gets the ball before it goes past The byline. Good control from Ozwrld. Oh, fantastic ball to Hakimi. Can Hakimi play? Yes, he can. Just trying to wait for other PSG players to help him out. Good vision there from Ozwrld, that pass. Nuno Mendes. Got celebrities in the crowd as well. Sierra. I'm missing there as well. So just going through X, and Sesko has pinned a post that featured a game against Liverpool that took place last season. Something that's why people are trying to make that connection that is there something more to it? I think people are just clutching that, to be honest. Dembele attacking from that left side to Kvaratskhelia. Great cross, to be fair. Headed away by Cucurella. And apparently Sesko started following Liverpool as well. So yeah, let's not talk about Sesko. Oh, Chelsea through on goal for Gusto. Oh, he's going to pull the trigger. Why did he not shoot first time? Cole Palmer. Oh no. Chelsea have taken the lead for Cole Palmer. Missed a similar chance early on where he tried to go for the top bin, just went wide. This time he hit it low and hard, found the corner. There's a fight going on between Hakimi and Enzo. Enzo's a bit of a prick, isn't he? Honestly. Always getting involved in little tussles with players. So let's see what the debate is. I think the goal will stand. It might have been a reaction after the goal, and then yeah, the celebrations might have irked a few players, but I don't think there's any chance of the goal being disallowed. Let's have a look. Oof. I think he was onside Gusto, to be fair. Poor defending from Nuno Mendes. Should have kept the shot there, I think, but kept it going. Cole Palmer, beautiful finish. Honestly, great technique, right in the bottom corner. Donnarumma at full stretch, but still unable to deny the Chelsea number 10. So 1-0 to the Blues. Now you'd hope and expect PSG to react because that's the kind of team they are, very aggressive on the front foot. Keep on side jab, Pedro. He does that. Smart play there from Chelsea. Offside? Oh, maybe he didn't time the run as great as I thought he did. Dembele on the left side right now. Oh, lovely through ball to Kvaratskhelia. Uh, Equally good clearance there from Shalaba. Well, they're having a drink break. Might as well help myself as well. Decent game so far. Not the most exciting of games. I'm not off my seat right now, but bit of action, which is good. PSG definitely need to show a bit of a reaction right now. They've not really trouble keeper. I know Desiree had that shot that got palmed away by Sanchez, but it wasn't a powerfully hit shot or anything to that nature. So he needs to do a little bit better. But Chelsea, they could have been 2-0 up, to be fair. That shot that Cole Palmer produced moments before the goal could easily have been in the top bin. So Chelsea need to continue and building on this scoreline because PSG will want to react. They will retaliate very, very soon. I think they'll try to aim and get that equalizer before halftime. But Chelsea can ruin that party. They can get the second goal, and it's a different game plan altogether in the second half. So just looking at the Cole Palmer shots, should have done better, honestly. Of course, it's very, very close, but most fans, including myself, thought that ball was ratting the inside of the goal because we do had a shot as well, straight at the keeper. Keeper milking a little bit of the save. Good save. I'm not saying he over milked it, but not as theatrical. It should have been as theatrical the way he's done it, but here we are. And then the winning goal, or should I say the winning of the leading goal right now? Nicely started from Cole Palmer. Could Donnarumma have done better? No. I think it was just perfectly placed into the bottom corner, inch perfect. That was a great finish from Chelsea number 10. The game has resumed with PSG on the ball. Hakimi to João Pedro. Sorry, João Pedro. João Neves. Ball pass there from Dembele. Oh, good pass there towards Cole Palmer. He's definitely onside. What can he do? No. Oh, he can shoot. He scored. Makes it 2-0. Wow. Deja vu. Literally that same identical goal as the first one. Same position, same type of finish, same outcome. 2-0 to Chelsea. Wow. Chelsea have taken advantage of Dembele's misplaced pass and they've been clinical. That's been the difference now. Chelsea fans in jubilant mood, and rightly so. You know, the team's in the final right now. But you gotta admire the work there from Cole Palmer. I thought he was about to lay off to Gusto. Originally, I thought he actually tried to pass it to Gusto, but then the pass got blocked by the defender and it came back to him. But looking at the replay now, he pretty much dummied it. Made it look like he was going to lay it off to Gusto, but instead creates that half yard and then hits it hard and low like he did the first time round and makes it 2-0 for Chelsea. Great finish from the Englishman. And 30 minutes played, Chelsea 2, PSG 0. Kvaratskhelia trying to show a reaction there, holding on to his ankle. I don't think it was a foul, to be fair. Dembele, oh, tried to lay it off to Desiree on the right hand side, blocked by Cucurella. Just got a comment here from Hookslaw. Bit himself. He says, "Gobsmacked thought PSG were going to do the business, like we all did. We all thought that was going to happen. Did not expect Chelsea to take the lead after half an hour the way they're doing it right now. Unbelievable. PSG just haven't turned up, honestly. I feel like Chelsea are more up for it. Sanchez to Cole Palmer. Gusto. Gusto's certainly making a difference in this team using his width and pace on that right flank. He's definitely making it easier for Cole Palmer to find those pockets. And that's been the difference maker right now between the two teams. Excuse me. Just got a comment here from Studio Steve. Big up, Steve. He said it's over. I hope not. I really don't. I'll be optimistic and say, look, still got an hour to go. Anything can happen. PSG are more than capable of scoring over 2 goals, so they'll bring it back. That's me being hopeful now. Look, if Chelsea get one before half time, it really changes the outlook of the second half because I didn't expect Chelsea to play very defensive and park the bus. So let's see. Deleuze the comment saying, Ozzy at least Dembele reduces his chance of winning the Ballon d'Or with this result. Could be. Me personally, I wouldn't even hold this trophy as high regards, but you know, because it's a FIFA tournament, you may have a point there. Maybe it would be regarded as a big achievement or accolade. But I think most of us would agree it really doesn't have that weight or value, in my opinion. And the least is but they'll probably still give it to him for winning the Champions League. Possibly, yeah. That's the annoying thing about the Ballon d'Or stuff because I don't think it's based on individual performance. Of course, the individual gets the award, but it's based on what the player has won that season. And if you win the Champions League, you pretty much, got 60% of the weight to win the Ballon d'Or. And then, of course, your league form and and your goals and assists plays a part as well. But I don't know, the Ballon d'Or just doesn't feel like it always gives the right recognition, in my opinion. But it's a FIFA award ceremony, so they have to do it their way. They have to fit the motives or the agendas to try and boost certain players. But hey, that's how it goes, I guess, sometimes. But back to the game. 45 minutes played. Chelsea 2, PSG nil. PSG need to show reaction. They need to show something now. Not really had any clear-cut chances on goal. And look at the goalkeeper, Sanchez. He's probably one of the worst ones in the tournament, in my opinion. And I don't mean to be rude when I say that. He's just not an impressive keeper. So they've got to take a few long shots. I think that will definitely shake him up a little bit. And that way, you'll be able to try and take advantage. And when you're in better goal scoring opportunities, I don't think he'll save anything. So got unsettled the goalkeeper as well, a little bit, in my opinion. He's not a very solid keeper, but he's more of a confidence goalkeeper. So if he makes a few saves here and there, I think throughout the game that helps him, and then he ends up being unstoppable in moments. But generally, not a great keeper. Nuno Mendes to Vitinha. Desiree tries to get past Caicedo. Shows too much though. Poor pass from Caicedo. João Pedro hasn't been involved in the game. Needs to, you know, try a little bit more. Vitinha. Lovely pass. Slightly overplayed. Good goalkeeping there from Sanchez after the insults that's just proved about him. He got off his touchline very well, then timed it perfectly and made that crucial clearance. Kvaratskhelia on the ball to João Neves. Dembele dropping deep, trying to get involved in the game. Of course, very disappointed with the current result. Got to try and do it all in his own, and I get that. You feel that frustration when you're trailing 2-0, so you're trying to make things happen before the halftime whistle. What a poor pass that was. Who was that? Geraldo. Ronaldo's in his own world. What was he thinking? There's literally no one there on that side of the pitch. Another comment here from Blue Steve says Chelsea fans will have so much chest now going into Premier League season. Yeah, they will show a bit of chest, but honestly, I wouldn't even worry too much. Don't value the trophy at all. It's probably the same level as a Community Shield. That's the kind of wavelength I'm going with because it's that pre-season kind of competition, isn't it? I know Community Shield is a one-off final. This was a tournament. Chelsea had to work their way through to get here, but yeah, it's just a glorified pre-season tournament, in my opinion. Jano plays it back to Donnarumma. PSG just need to keep at it, stay positive, play their game, and eventually, things will unlock, in my opinion. They don't need to make too many personal changes. Of course, they've got the likes of Barcola on the bench, who could be a great asset for them. Who else do they have? So he's the one to be fair, I think he's the one that I'd look towards. You do have Conchalo Ramos, who's a decent striker. You've got Lee Kang In as well. Mayulu, youngster that's got on to a couple of goals in recent weeks, scored in the Champions League final, of course. Hang on a second, guys. Chelsea on the counter attack through Pedro Neto. Cross. Oh, what a terrible cross that was. That was to neither player. If you're going to get to João Pedro, you just had to hit a low cross. But he went for a high cross, but the direction felt like it was to the wrong player. So I think he got mixed in two minds. Wanted to try and give it to João Pedro, but ended up hitting it like he was trying to get to Cole Palmer. So yeah, all over the place from Pedro Neto there, unfortunately for him. Mendes. Can PSG get a goal before the halftime whistle? Vitinha, quickly Vitinha. Vitinha, very unlike him, indecisive in that pass there. Nice pass there from Beraldo. Hakimi, laying off to Desiree. Yes, he does. Oh, that pass wasn't great, but luckily for him, gets it back. Uh, lets the ball roll out for a corner kick. This is the time for PSG to get back into the game. Coutinho set to take the corner kick. Dembele to Desiree. Oh, that was a poor touch from Due. What was that? Killed the momentum with that first touch. No. Something just doesn't seem right with PSG. They're not in sync at all. Cole Palmer on the turn. Drives with the ball. What can he do? Concerns to keep on side. Lovely free ball to João Pedro. I have to I have to give a round of applause to that finish. That was a fantastic finish from João Pedro. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, guys. Liverpool might regret not signing him. Honestly. What a finish. Wow. I think to over Donnarumma, he was one of the tallest goalkeepers in world football. Like he wasn't even there. Beautiful finish. Let's have a look. Cole Palmer again. Orchestrated this move. Lovely through ball. And the finish. Dinked it over the keeper. Exquisite. Honestly. Beautiful finish. The more you watch it, the better it looks, honestly. To Lewis Steve, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you now, honestly. Should have signed João Pedro. And I'm not it's not like sort of like a knee-jerk reaction because he's had a good couple of games with Chelsea. It's just the way he's just slotted in so quickly. Like Delap, when he made a couple cameos, and I thought, he doesn't look quite there. Even though Chelsea fans were quite optimistic, thinking Dulac could be a good player for them. But when I saw him play for Chelsea, I thought he's going to take a bit of time to get used to the way, the style of play, and the way they play their game. So I think he will take time. João Pedro straight away got involved, got stuck in 2 goals. But this is his third goal now in 2 games. Yeah, he looks like he's a great fit for them. But let's see. Hopefully, if Isak comes over to Liverpool, we don't have to regret not signing João Pedro. But yeah, if we end up with Sesko, then we'll definitely be regretting not signing the Brazilian. Unfortunately, that's for sure. Hooks lost his 5-0 on the cars. Bloody hell. Can you imagine that 5-0? That'd be embarrassing for PSG. Inter Milan fans would be jubilant if that was the case, seeing PSG get whooped 5-0 as well. But nah, hopefully not. Hopefully not. And that was a defining moment as well. Half time approaching. If PSG got the goal, it could have definitely changed the outcome of the game or changed the look of the game. Um, but now 3-0 seems a bit of a big steep, or should I say big step. That's a bit too steep for PSG, to be fair. So let's see what they do. If I was Luis Enrique, I'd probably bring on Barcola, if I'm being honest with you. I don't think Desiree has been that great, to be fair. Or if they want to add a bit more of an attacking threat, maybe take off one of the centre mids and maybe have a sort of a double pivot with number 10, and then you've got all of your best attackers, I guess, on show. So that could be something that they do. Why not? There's nothing to lose at this stage, so you never know. Hooks Law says dozens of people said no to João Pedro. Online content makers got it wrong. Yeah, I would say probably a lot of us did get it wrong. I've always thought he's a good player. I just don't know if he was the right profile. But I think it was from my sort of personal point of view was that I wanted a traditional number 9, uh, that type of striker, and I think João Pedro kind of falls into that 9.5 where he's a bit of a number 9, but also a bit of a number 10. Um, but he definitely would have been one of my options. He would have been in my top 5, to be fair, in terms of targets. Because I had, well, I still have Isak, Julian Alvarez, Osimhen, Eucharist, and I would have gone for João Pedro. Actually, no, I would have gone for Ekitike possibly ahead of João Pedro, just because Ekitike is very similar to Isak. So I think you're getting the next one in that kind of ilk. But no, a lot of fans, or content creators might have completely dismissed the idea. I just thought maybe Liverpool need to go with a different type of striker. But look, I'll put my hand up. If he, bangs him in like this left, right, centre in the Premier League, then I'll put my hand up. Say, Liverpool made a huge mistake. But I'm also hoping that Liverpool actually find the gunman that they want, and we, don't regret, missing out on a player like Pedro because he could have been a Liverpool player. 50 million they paid, that's not even a lot of money. So, but let's see. Hopefully, Liverpool have something under their sleeve and they can try and get a quality striker in the club. That would be the dream scenario. João Pedro on the ball right now, attacking that right channel. Holds the ball really well. Good play from him. Gets past 2 players, he's fouled, but ref always play on. Neto doing a bit too much there, couldn't keep momentum. Got 3 more minutes left of stoppage time. Hakimi with the cross, good block there from Caicedo. Caicedo's been impressive in this tournament, I'm not gonna lie. Full of energy, full of legs, literally closes everything down around him. Really, really good defensive player. Uh, too easy there for who was that? That barged him down. Shalaba. Wow. Too easy for Shalaba to just nudge Desiree do it down like that. And that's the first goal. Literally deja vu, isn't it? Two similar goals, but the third goal, exquisite. Lovely finish from João Pedro. Good control there from Cole Palmer. Cucurella trying to tussle with Desiree do it there. Ah, that's well overplayed by Dembele. They're not in sync. They're just getting it all wrong. The movement's not great. The passing's awful today. The owner looks really peed off right now in the crowd whilst his missus sips on a drink there. It's not going well for PSG for sure today. Long walks up towards Doué. Good control. Uh Doué's getting in these good spaces, but he's just not producing the output that you need from your player. Delulu Steve comments and says Chelsea finishes above Arsenal this coming season. Huge shout there, Delulu Steve. Let's see. At this stage, you never know because Chelsea might be cooking up something that we're just getting familiar with right now. So we'll see. But that is the halftime whistle. Can't believe I'm gonna say the scoreline. Chelsea 3, PSG nil. PSG need to get their act together, honestly. If there's any chance they need to try and score very, very early on. But look, what we'll do, we'll have a short break. And once we return, we'll see what the outcome of this game is. Do Chelsea go on to lift this trophy? Well, at the minute, they've got one hand to it. So let's see how the game concludes. So feel free to get a snack, a drink, or whatever you want. And then we'll be back very, very shortly. So see you guys soon. Big up everyone, welcome back to the live watching of Chelsea versus PSG. I was not expecting it to be such a long duration. Um, yeah, I wasn't expecting a halftime show, but yeah, we're in America, so I guess that was going to take place at some point. But the game should be beginning very, very shortly. Just gonna go through some of the comments before the match begins. We've got a couple of comments here from Oz and Kabak says they're gonna win $100 million. Makes me sick. They'll sign 50 more players. Yeah, they will. Their spending will never stop. Let's be honest. So yeah, it doesn't help. You know that they'll receive a big prize or big cash prize, and yeah, that can be reinvested into the squad. So it is what it is. We'll just have to see what Liverpool can do on that side. But the teams are ready to begin kickoff. Let's have a look, see if there's any changes made to the lineups. I don't think there will be. I think PSG needed to more than anything else. Let's see if they have made any changes. No, it doesn't look like it's the case. No, same teams, both sides. Marquinhos, Ozan Kabak with the comments says, and they'll call themselves world champions and have the FIFA badge on their kits. I'm sick. Oh, you might have a point actually. I didn't realize that they were gonna have that golden badge, isn't it? Oh, that's gonna be annoying, honestly. Yeah, that is going to be annoying. You're right. Ozan Kabak says PSG needs to summon the miracle of Istanbul right now. Yeah, they need to take some inspiration from us. But something has to give. This is not not acceptable. Um, PSG's just been awful. Hang on, we've got Nuno Mendes driving down that left flank, low cross. Can Kvaratskhelia get it? That's not Kvaratskhelia. That's Fabian Ruiz. Poor through ball there, unfortunately, from the left back. Surprised that Desiree Due is still on the pitch. I would have gone for Barcola, but let's see. He will probably come on at some point, to be fair. Nice ball there from Vitinha. Great control from Kvaratskhelia. Drives the ball with great speed. Cuts in, he shoots straight at the keeper. Like, look, this is what I was saying to you guys earlier on. This keeper's awful. So if you hit a few long shots at him, he's going to get nervous. So that was an awful save. He didn't really know what was going on there. Snapshot from Kvaratskhelia. The keeper, look at that. Trying to parry it with one arm. Yeah, he's not a serious keeper. That's a easy save for the keeper to just catch the ball. But no, Sanchez likes to be unorthodox. PSG need to be careful. They can't go all guns blazing. They can't leave gaps behind them because they've got an opponent like Chelsea or in particular Cole Palmer that will definitely exploit the space behind them. So yeah, they've got to be very careful. Lovely ball from Cucurella to João Pedro. What's happened there? I think it was offside. Free kick to PSG. Ah, poor pass there from Ruiz. Australia conceding a foul there. Free kick to Chelsea. Ah, come on, Beraldo. He's had a poor game so far, honestly. You're seeing a quality difference between Pacho and Beraldo in this game for sure. Hop on the cross. Slightly overplayed there. Unlucky from the Englishman. Good block there from Cucurella. Vitinha. Lovely ball to Hakimi. Just to do a good run from him. Oh, oh, what a save! Wow, what a save from Sanchez. I thought I was going bottom corner. Close range effort from Ousmane Dembele. Mendes, Desiree gave up on that ball. What a save. Instinctive save there from Sanchez. Onside, so it would have counted. Great save. Have to give credit to the keeper there. Great save. And this is going to build confidence for him now. So PSG need to get to work. Keep peppering shots towards goal. Hopefully something will go in for them. And then once it does, maybe it'll open the gates. But right now, doesn't look like they can score anything. And Chelsea are on the counter attack right now. Fujao Pedro's doing a great job on that right channel. Holding off two players. That's a free kick, no? Referee says no. Raskelia. I was gonna come back and says, how? Don't know. He's just one of those keepers where I'm gonna give an analogy that might be a little bit wild. He's like the Nunes of goalkeepers. Like he makes the easy things look hard, but the difficult ones where you're thinking, he's not gonna save it. He just produces some saves like that. So yeah, he's a strange keeper. But he's living, he's producing a good performance today. He's possibly gonna help Chelsea win silverware, keep a clean sheet as well, which would be a huge, huge statement. beating the current European champions, the Champions League winners in PSG. Kvaratskhelia has a shot, but Gustav makes a fantastic block, celebrates like he just scored a goal. Yeah, Chelsea are on it. They've got that hunger, they've got that desire. PSG look a bit deflated. They don't really have much creativity going on. They're trying, but it's not clicking right now. They just need that bit of luck, and once they do, maybe things will happen for them. Right now, Chelsea are on the wheel, and they're cruising right now. Says a Due. He needs to shoot. He does. Misses the target. Honestly, if this keeper just hit the target, and you'll probably get the outcome you want. No, great shot there. Just wiped at it. No real accuracy. Needed to go for the other corner there. That part of the goal wasn't really on, so disappointing effort from Desiree Due. Sanchez, long ball up top. Beraldo, oh, he's been a shocking. Honestly, look at this. João Pedro, easy gets past him. Oh, it's not a pen. I'm not gonna lie. I think that could be given as a pen, but they'll probably have to go through VAR to review that incident again. But Beraldo's been shocking today. They probably should have gone with Kimpembe more than Beraldo. He's been awful. It's definitely been a weak link. Pacho is a good defender, but I don't rate Pacho that highly. But they've definitely missed him today, that's for sure. Great interception there from João Pedro. Really hard-working attacker. Oh, great turn from Cole Palmer. Driving down that right side. Back to Pedro. No look past there. The confidence is brewing amongst the blue players. Caicedo keeps it neat and tidy. Doesn't go for that Hollywood pass. Keeps hold of possession. Back to Caicedo. Gusto, can he hit it through? Took too long. Still finds his man there. Great play. Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer not risking it. He's keeping hold of the ball. Let PSG run around, press on them because they're losing out on energy. Chelsea just win a free kick. Can't believe what's going on. PSG have been very, very disappointing. Do you know what? That could have been a penalty. Honestly, when it first happened, I did think it could be a penalty. He's dragged him down blatantly there. Maybe it was just the way he went to ground was, a bit of over simulation there. That might have cost him, but he dragged his shirt down, almost ripped his shirt off, to be fair, no homo. But uh, yeah, it wasn't a challenge, was it? It was blatantly obstruction. But no, PSG got lucky there because if that had, been a penalty kick, 9 out of 10, that's going to go in with Cole Palmer on the pitch. Normally buries him from the set piece. So yeah, PSG, they need to show something. They're not doing anything right now. Still surprised that the manager hasn't made any changes. I think some changes need to be made now. Be a bit more adventurous. Maybe take off Ruiz, I'd say. Put Desiree as your number 10 and then play Barcola on the right wing. So we've got a quartet of attackers. As I'm speaking, I'm seeing Barcola on my screen, so that makes perfect sense. And who's been taken off? It's like for like, it's Kvaratskhelia. Okay. Which makes sense because obviously that is Barcola's natural position as well. But I probably would have kept on Kvaratskhelia, to be honest with you. I don't think he's been that bad. He hasn't been great, to say the least, but maybe due to his inactivity on that left side and hasn't shown much in the second half, maybe more sense to just do a like for like substitution. There's a duet clamped to the ground there by Caicedo. Good through ball. Enzo needs to look on his other side. Very, very unlucky there. Chelsea can literally split them open with like one or two passes. That's the scary thing about this, where PSG can have all the possession, but Chelsea just need to hit that one ball to a Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer can thread it. Whew, Vitinha just has a long shot from about 25 yards out. Misses the target, but did the keeper get a touch? Let's have a look. Oh, he does. That was going right in the bottom corner. Great save again from Sanchez. He's on one today, honestly. Not playing around. Ozan Kabak says, football is mad, Ozzy. This PSG side has been slapping every big club, but then does this against Chelsea. Yeah, they picked their moment to be diabolical, isn't it? Honestly. Yeah, they picked their moments, unfortunately. There's a duo of the cross. Oh, I thought Marquinhos was going to get on the end of that one. Ja Pedro, not only fantastic up top, helping out the team from his defensive point of view as well. Oh, that flick was vital. It really was. Ozan Kabak says, similar to us being top of the table, then losing at Wembley to Bloody Newcastle. Yeah, it happens. It happens to the best of us, to be honest with you. But I think, I don't know. PSG might argue say, look, they've had to play a lot more games this season and, not having a real break after the end of their league campaign and going straight into this, maybe, tiredness or, I don't know, fatigue kicked in possibly. But Chelsea have done the same. They went, obviously it's not the same level, but they went on to win the Conference League as well. So they played a lot of games this season. So it's obviously in terms of caliber of levels, in terms of opposition, is different, but they still played a huge volume of games. So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, this is football. These things happen. That's why you've got to be tuned into these type of games. You just never know what happens. On paper, PSG should be slapping Chelsea, but that's not how it works in football, unfortunately. Ball cross there from Vitinha. Goal kick to to Chelsea. And currently the scoreline is Chelsea 3, PSG now. 61 minutes played. Chelsea have half an hour to go, and they will be crowned Club World Cup champions. Cole Palmer does well to put pressure on Nuno Mendes, loses the ball. Lovely pass there from Reece James to Cole Palmer. Oh, look at that. Does really well. Falls to ground, still holds on to the ball. Oh, and a nutmeg as well. Look at the back heel. Look at the confidence. Cole Palmer losing his head. He needs to calm down. Unnecessary. You're the team that's winning. You're not PSG right now. You're not trailing, so there's no need to show that side of you. Just keep the ball moving. Let's keep it going. Joe Neves driving the ball on the left side. Finds Vitinha. Vitinha. Beraldo. If I'm being honest with you, he's had a poor game today. Really has. Hakimi. Do a good cross there. And able to find a PSG shirt. Neto. to Cucurella. Cucurella driving the ball, fouled, free kick to Chelsea. Honestly, it doesn't look like this PSG team's going to score today. They've just not. I know Sanchez has produced some great saves, but I don't feel like they were like complete worldy type saves. They were very good saves, but it wasn't a type of shot where you're thinking, "Oh, that's going top corner," and he produces a worldy of save. Like it's nothing to that kind of level, in my opinion. They've just not done enough. They've just not been precise in front of goals. That's been their key trait last season, killing teams with countless amount of goals. Right now, they can't hit anything past Sanchez. So Gusto the cross, cleared away by Berardo. Poor clearance as well, to be fair. Neto to Cole Palmer. If Chelsea get this goal, game over. Gusto, left footed effort, high and wide, wasted opportunity there. Could have built a bit more of a play there. 1-2 passes around the box. A lot of players in that attacking half. Vitinha trying to find a player in front of him. No one's making a run. He's passed it wide to Due. Due, great piece of skill from Due, getting past two players. He's isolated though. That's definitely a foul. Come on. They need to help him out in that moment. No one was around him. Had to get past 2, 3 players on his own. Great piece of skill though. Great control, great dribbling. Very talented player. Just not finding his stride in front of goal. Unfortunately, he's not had too many shots on goal either. But no, he's had a couple of shots. Had a left foot effort in the first half. Yeah, Pedro struggling with a bit of cramp there, and he's worked hard today, so it does make sense. Vitinha more than capable of producing exquisite passes from this sort of range. Hits the free kick. Wow, Sanchez normally a bit shaky in the air, catches that ball cleanly today. Neto. Happy Ruiz try to slap João Pedro's knee there. You can't do that. Behave yourself. Chelsea about to make a substitution. They'll probably take off João Pedro. Looks to be struggling with his fitness right now and deserves a huge round of applause. He's been fantastic for Chelsea once again. He might be their future. Honestly, don't think they need to get another striker. He looks like he fits the bill and looks like he can really develop in this team. I think he's got levels to achieve. It's got a high ceiling. In my opinion, looks a very talented player. Liam Delap comes on to replace him, another summer signing as well. Marquinhos to Due. What a save from Donnarumma. Let's have a look at that again. Delap with his first shot. Oh, that's a great save. Fantastic save. What an instant impact that would have been if Delap had hit the back of the net. Delap not having a bar, pushing Nuno Mendes. Neither minute knows what he's doing. Pajanetto with the cross. Ah, not very well cleared there. Cole Palmer unfortunately scuffs his shot. It's Enrique being a bit more aggressive with his substitutions now. You've got Gonçalo Ramos and Malulu as well coming on, and Zay Emery. Bit more energy in that midfield, which is, I guess, needed. Surprise, surprise. Reece James looks like he's picked up an injury, or he might be struggling with cramp. I can't really tell, to be fair. All the players are having a little drink break. PSG needs to do a lot more, honestly. Not too long to go now, 20 minutes. Very, very unlikely that they can turn it around. But if any team can, I guess it is PSG due to the quality that they have on the field. Oh, nice. They're showing the reverse angle from Cole Palmer's goals. The second goal I really liked. It was all Cole Palmer. With his creativity, bit of cheekiness in terms of pretending to think or pretending to pass, but end up dinking the ball, and then similar range. But João Pedro, I think that was my favorite goal of the game. Lovely free ball from Cole Palmer again, but the finish dinked it over the keeper. Exquisite finish there from the Brazilian. Look at that. Beautiful goal. And then Liam Black almost made it 4-0. What a save it was from Donnarumma. They're still taking a drink break right now. Sanchez with the goal kick. Oh, what a pass from Sanchez. Honestly, who is this guy? This is not the Sanchez we've been seeing in the Premier League. He's become excellent at distribution, shot stopping. He's catching the ball now. He's having a game of his life, honestly. Caicedo not having a bar there. But that's what Caicedo brings to the table. Constant pressing throughout the game. Never gives the opposition any rest, especially if you're playing the midfield. Do you know what's crazy? I actually forgot Barcola came on. It's for the first time he's touched the ball. Dembele to Due. Um, handball. João Neves fouled Cucurella there. Tells Cucurella, get up. Yeah, he's not having the ball. Cucurella's not getting up. Even if he wasn't hurt, he still wouldn't get up. Let's have a look. No, I don't think that's a penalty. That was a dirty clamp on his ankle there. Honestly, Barcola looks bored. I think we should just rescue him, bring him to Liverpool. Honestly, Diaz goes for me. That's the guy we need to get. Ozan Kabak comments saying PSG need to score at least one. Honestly, Ozan, I don't even know if they'll get one. It just looks like it's not their day, and they're not going to get anything out of the game, not even a consolation goal. That's how it just feels like it's going to pan out. And you know what the crazy thing is? I can see Chelsea scoring another goal because it just feels like the momentum's with them, and they just need a split second or just a moment of brilliance from someone, or a through ball that opens up the PSG defense because PSG have been exposed on a number of occasions. Ronaldo for me just looks awful today. He really, really poor performance from him. Misplaced passes, poor positioning, keeping people onside. Not a good day in the office for Berardo. But we've got about 14, 15 minutes remaining. 3-0 to Chelsea. It's not going to go to extra time, which you know, miracles do happen. I doubt PSG will score 3 goals in the space of under 15 minutes. And Cuckoo has been brought on. I think he's just replaced Pedro Neto on the pitch. Sanchez ready to take his goal kick. Good header from Delat, but a bit too strong with the layoff. Throw into PSG. Mendes, Bacola. Come on, Charlem. Lovely ball to Vitinha. Poor play from Chelsea, from PSG. Chelsea capitalizing. Ah, the young Chelsea player doesn't need to get into debates with PSG players. Focus on your game. Don't get involved in those sort of antics. Vitinha to Marquinhos. Zamri. Dembele. Oh, that's a poor pass. Nuno Mendes loses control, but João Neves backs him up, gets the ball, finds Mendes. Mendes trying the first time cross, blocked there by Gusto. Vitinha. Oh, wow. What a ball that was from Sanchez. Honestly, who is this guy? That Delap. Oh, he almost made it four. This is what I was saying to you guys at moments earlier. They can just open up PSG with a split moment there, whether it's a long ball from the keeper or Cole Palmer, threading a exquisite pass. They're able to do that. You know, they're making PSG do all the hard work, all the running. All they need is that quick split moment. Try and make things happen. They're doing it. They're being very efficient on the ball today. That's the difference. All these sideways passing from PSG hasn't done nothing for them. They're like very, very unlucky not to score there. And Cuckoo passes it to Gusto from the corner kick. But Chelsea win a throw in from Vitinha's misplaced turn there. Cole Palmer does really well to hold off the challenges from two PSG players there. Colwell tries to nick it over to Dewsbury Hall. Was that Emery? He's being dragged back. And you know what? Rightly so. I'd push him down like that as well. He knew he fouled him, pulled his shirt for a good minute, and was still refusing to let go of him. So I would have pushed him as well, honestly. PSG, no wasting time. They're in the other end. Marcola, can he shoot? Oh no. Hits it straight at the keeper. Another, oh, I was going to say another great ball. Just slightly too much pace on that final ball. Marquinhos driving the ball. Hits it long towards Barcola. Oh, Gusto does really well to get that touch away from the French winger. Nuno Mendes clamping down and Cuckoo. He's been a bit reckless today. Nuno Mendes. I think, you know, to what's happening on the pitch has definitely irked him and he's not really playing his natural game, showing more emotion than normal. Gusto to Dos Santos. No, no foul given. I think he just fell to ground there. We've got about 7 minutes remaining, plus stoppage time. 3-0 to Chelsea. Dembele. Oh, good tackle. Oh, I thought that was a good tackle from Cucurella. I'm not gonna lie. Thought it was a clean tackle, but referee's giving it a free kick to PSG. Chelsea are defending numbers, and rightly so. They need to manage the game properly now. There's no need for them to attack. They've got to make sure they hold on to this lead, hold on to the shape of this team. What's happened there? Cucurella's holding the back of his head to João Neves. What did he do? If he smacked him one on the back of his head, he might get a red card. I'm sure VAR will review that incident. To be fair, I didn't see. I just saw Cucurella rolling to the ground. Let's have a look. Ah, it's pulled his hair. I don't know if you get a red card for pulling someone's hair. I doubt it, but yeah, yellow card probably warranted. Oh, he's gone to review it on the screen. Can you imagine getting a red card for pulling someone's hair? Yeah, that's a bit embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie. Let's have a look. If he gets a red card. You know what? He might give it, because the way he was doing it, it's misconduct, isn't it? I guess. Yeah, he might get sent off. Joe Neves lost his head. Let's see what the referee does. It's a red card. I told you guys. I thought you couldn't get a red card for that, but when you watch the replay, it wasn't like a slight nudge or accidental. He literally grabbed his head and put it to ground. So yeah, had to go unfortunately. It's done. It's done. Of course, in terms of catching up, it was long gone. But even then, to get a consolation, I don't think nothing's going to happen. This is going to be the final score, or Chelsea might increase the tally. That's the only thing that I can predict because they're showing moments that they can still be dangerous despite playing a bit more of a defensive setup right now. But they're doing the right job. They've got the game plan. You can't knock them for it. I'll be honest with you. So it is a deserved result that they've literally been on top of their game. They've understood the assignment. They've known what to do to handle PSG, and they've not allowed to play them in a natural game. We've got another incident there. Referee's like, nah, wait, play on. Nothing happened there. I feel like someone got smacked in the face there. I think it was in Cuckoo. Oh, then Kawak said embarrassing. Yeah, but PSG have been embarrassing. Definitely going to hear it from the fans after the game, that's for sure. PSG fans are not the type to keep quiet. They will let their voices be heard, that's for sure. Yeah, when you look back at it, it's just like, come on now. You weren't even trying to be discreet about it. You just grabbed his head and just dashed him to the ground. Always going to be a foul. And yeah, no surprise that the referees deemed it as violent conduct. It seems a bit extreme when you say violent conduct, but terms of the letter of the law, yes, it's improper conduct, more or less, isn't it? Vitinha with the free kick. Menez with the shot. Hits the back of Gusto's head. I think it's slightly wasted opportunity there. Should have gone for a direct free kick inside the box rather than playing or setting up a training move there. Vitinha, no, poor cross there. Emery to Vitinha. There's no one attacking. There's no one attacking the box now. You got Conchalo Ramos there, but it's only one person. You're not getting that collective trio in and around the box anymore. He's going to be left isolated because he's got more midfielders around him rather than real attackers. Dembele's still there, but he's the only one. Barcola for me has been MIA, very, very surprisingly, because I feel like he's such a talented player. They've just not done enough today, honestly. Sanchez almost gave the ball away there. Dewsbury Hall lose the ball. A foul given. Vitinha crossed it to Barcola. Barcola driving the ball. So the cross, not bad cross. Oh, how did you miss that? How on earth did you miss that? Conchalo Ramos. And people want us to sign him. Nah, not for me. Missing open goals like that. That's not Liverpool quality, in my opinion. Well done, Delap. Great control. Great bit of strength there on the defender. What's he gonna do? No, it took too long. Should have passed the ball there. As he approached the area, should have passed the ball. He's a hard worker, but he doesn't have that, that piece of skill that João Pedro offers, where he can cut in and do a step over two or something along those lines, and then get past the player. He's more direct. He's a runner. That's the type of striker Liam Delap is. He's going to be great for Chelsea, especially coming off the bench. He's going to be a nuisance to a lot of teams next season. How many minutes we have? We have 5 minutes of stoppage time. And Kuku on the turn tries to find what's his name? Liam Delap. Barcola lose the ball there. Wild clearance there from Shalaba. No messing around. Right up to Rosette there. Patinia against the cross to Barcola. Is he offside? Yeah, he is. Oh, I don't know if he was offside. Dembele was. Close one. And Chala Ramos hasn't really been involved. The only part that was involved was that low cross where he completely missed the ball. Oh, poor pass there from Vitinha. Dos Santos to Liam Delap. Still, still playing it safe, passing it back to Shalaba. Oh, Sanchez, don't mess it up. Try and keep that clean sheet now. Playing risky games for no reason. Vitinha, nice turn. Back to Marquinhos. So Emery, can he produce a cross? No creativity from the flanks. So Emery's traditionally a centre midfielder, not really a right winger. Liverpool. Chelsea on the counter attack. Liam Delap keeping it old school, trying to play to the flag. Oh, that's dirty from Nuno Mendes. And no surprise there. He's been off the radar for a large part of the game. He's been rattled for a long time, let's be honest. Had a dirty tackle. Lucky his foot wasn't very high up, otherwise it would have been a straight red as well. Ozzy Kabak says that I just thought that the next Club World Cup is in 4 years. FFS Chelsea got to brag about this for the next 4 years. I'm hoping they don't have that bad for 4 years. That's a bit embarrassing there, but they can brag about it, honestly. For me, it's all about the Premier League and the Champions League. This stuff doesn't bother me that much, to be honest with you. And the Maraska can't hide the happiness in his face right now. There's more beef on the pitch right now. I'm not sure who it is. Looks like it's probably Nuno Mendes. They've already got world champion printed on the back of their shirt, some of them. Wow. Chelsea were ready. And that is the final whistle. Chelsea are the Club World Cup champions. Who would have thought? I'm sure a lot of us didn't. Of course, honestly, you're a Chelsea fan and you're going to back your team. But I mean, most of us would have expected PSG team to win. But look, we have to give credit when it's due. Chelsea came with the game plan. They were more than ready. They worked hard today, and I think they got their rewards. PSG were a shadow of themselves, didn't really perform, and I think the right team won today. They were worthy winners. Man of the match has to go to the keeper. Sanchez was unbelievable today. Something I never thought I'd say out loud, but he really was. Produced a number of saves. What's going on here? There's a bit of fighting going on. So Chelsea, I think João Pedro's on the ground, and then Donnarumma tried to get involved, pushed a few players as well. Enzo Maresca trying to calm him down. But the game plan was perfectly executed. So credit to Enzo Maresca. Let's have a look. Oh wow, Luis Enrique reacting like that. No, that's wild. For Luis Enrique to grab man in the face like that, that's wild, honestly. What's he playing at? You're the coach, like have some decorum about yourself. Can't be lashing out on players. And Zamoska trying to get hold of all of his players, put them to one side, and rightly so. Don't get involved in this nonsense. You've won the cup. This is your time to celebrate. No need to have chit chats with these players. Wow. Luis Enrique, that was wild. I'm not gonna lie. Not sure what João Pedro did, but even so, that's not the right reaction from a coach. Lack of class there, in my opinion. But that is it for today. I'm not going to watch the rest of the celebration. But congrats to Chelsea on winning the Club World Cup. And that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And big shout out to Oz and Kabak for your comments. Appreciate your engagement as always. Big up to Kieran. Big up to Hooks Law. And big up to Delucy. Appreciate your comments from earlier on today as well. In terms of upcoming content, got a few shows lined up, but I will confirm them in due course. We'll have a local transfer talk show very, very soon. We unfortunately wasn't able to do one earlier this week. So we'll try and get that back on track for the next few days. I'll be doing a members only video as well, our first one actually, where we'll be doing a worst Liverpool 11. Let me rephrase that. So it's going to be the best worst Liverpool 11. So it'll be a combination of worst Liverpool signings, and I'm trying to embed the best team possible with those players. So it's not just the worst 11 ever, because I think that's a bit more easier to do. I'm going to try and put my tactical mind frame, kind of like what Enzo Maresca did today, have a tactical plan by using players. Well, it's probably not the right reference now because they've won, but using players that might not fit the bill and try and present a decent 11 from a bad bunch, if that makes sense. So yeah, so that'll be one of the shows I do next week. Date and time to be confirmed. And if there's any sort of breaking news regarding Liverpool or any transfer developments, we'll try and do some impromptu shows whenever those moments occur. So best thing to do is hit that notification bell so you know what time I'll be going live. And you can also follow me on social media for any latest updates. You can follow me at Ozzie.ftp on Instagram. And you can also follow me at Ozzie_FTP on X/Twitter. So that's the platform to reach out to me and check for any latest updates. Just got a comment here before we go. Big up to Shahid. Shahid says congratulations to Chelsea becoming the FIFA Club World Cup first time. Yeah, big up to them. Credit when credit's due. I think they thoroughly deserved it. PSG were pretty much awful today. A shadow of themselves. No real desire or urgency in their game whatsoever. Chelsea looked like they just wanted it a bit more in the end. So congrats to Chelsea. But that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care, stay safe, and I hope to speak with you all very, very soon. Goodbye.